Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video, I thought I'd show you something that was sent to me recently. And what it is, it's the quote-unquote official JNX Big Red adapter. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that I made a video, I believe it was titled How to Play Games Safely in Your Neo Geo Cabinet. And in that video, I showed you this item. And what this is, this particular one, it's a modified adapter. This was originally a JNX Atlas adapter. And what that is, well, it's an adapter to play either Pandora's Box or Blue Elf multi-game carts in your Jamma cabinet. Now, I was on the KLOV forums, and the seller was talking about items he had, an adapter to play Jamma games in his Neo Geo cabinet. I, contacted him. He said, yeah, he can make me one, and it'd have to be made from the JNX Atlas adapter. And that's what this is. And there's nothing wrong with this. This works perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. I have no problem with it. Well, I guess the owner, the maker of this adapter, he was kind enough to send me the official product, what he calls the JNX Big Red adapter. It does the exact same thing. It allows you to play Jamma games in your Neo Geo cabinet. Now, he didn't have to do this, but he was kind enough to do so. So, in return, I thought I'd make a video showing the adapter and what I think of it. Now, before we get to the Big Red adapter, we'll just take another look at this one. Nothing wrong with it. Let's kind of focus in there. But, it was basically, I asked him if he had an item. He said, yeah, he probably made this really quick and shipped it out to me. And again, totally happy with it. Nothing wrong with it. But now let's take a look at the official item. So let's put that right here. Got the box. Oh, comes with a business card. Here we go. Jamma Nation X, the arcade generation. And there's the website right there. I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description box. And I will go ahead and put a link to the actual item itself. I got some bubble wrap, or not bubble wrap, styrofoam peanuts. Let's just get to the item itself. Alright. Just put all these back. Make sure there's nothing else in there. Maybe a hidden $100 bill someplace. Nope, can't be that lucky. Alright, so let's... Alright, so let's take a look here. Open this thing. It's not that easy. Ah, hate this thing. It's hard plastic. I have to get a makeshift knife to open this. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. You had to stare at what you're currently staring at while I wasn't nearby. Alright, so, got this beast open. Let's take a look. Alright, so there you can see Jamma JNX Big Red. There's the website right there. So, what do we got here? Very nice. You can see it's more, clean cut, so to speak. That's because, chances are the seller made this intentionally, or, well, that sounds really weird. But the seller made this intentionally rather than taking the bare bones of this item, creating the Atlas adapter, and then modifying it to become a big red adapter. Take a look at the differences right here. Just try and focus in a little bit better. But, you know, very nice. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to get too technical. Long story short, you take your Jamma board, stick it in here. You take this and you stick it in your multi-slot Neo Geo cabinet. Now, why do I say multi-slot? Because if you don't know, single-slot Neo Geo cabinets are Jamma. If a cabinet has been properly wired for a single-slot Neo Geo motherboard, it's Jamma. So you can take out the single slot and put in a Jamma board. A multi-slot Neo Geo cabinet, 2-slot, 4-slot, 6-slot, it's not Jamma. So you do need an adapter. If you don't have an adapter, there's a possibility you're going to damage your PCB. And that happened to me before. Back when I didn't know too much about arcade games, I had a Neo Geo cabinet. I had a little unknown PCB game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I thought, this is pretty cool. It's playing great. Wonderful. Next thing I knew, damn thing just about got fried on the sound. But, now take a look here. This is what I really like about this one. You see that right there? It says test button. Depending on where you put this item right here, whether it's in this slot, the middle slot, or the slot on the right, you can decide where you want your test button on your Neo Geo cabinet. And I'm going to get to this in a minute, in the next section. But you put your Jamma game in there, and you want to get to the test menu if it doesn't have dip switches. Right now, the way this is set, which is on that first set of pins, it is set to the MVS test button. So I press that button and the menu screen will come up for the PCB. If I was to remove God, what's it called? I don't know, but remove this thing and put it to the second set, the test button officially becomes the Player 2 Start button. And if I was to move it to the very end, the test button would officially become the Select button on the Neo Geo cabinet. So very, very cool. Let's see, what else do we got here? Now I thought, let me see. Oh, camera's getting, or my phone's dying here. Give me 1 second while I recharge this. Okay, sorry about that. Ran a little low on battery, but, you know, we're back up and charged. So, as I was saying, you can decide where you want your test button. And if you want, I'll add links in the description box of how you can contact the seller of this, along with his website. Excuse me. On YouTube, I believe his username is Supreme Judge. On the KLOV forums, I'll go ahead and put his username there. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'll probably butcher it. But let's see. We'll take a look at his name. I'm actually getting on the KLOV forums right now from my tablet. Not prepared. Alright. So I'll just put his name down in the description box, but I think it's Zien Z. I could be wrong. I probably butchered it. Sorry about that. But I have no reason to believe that it's not going to work just as awesome as this one, but we'll take a look. So I'll go ahead and try each one of these out to see where if it works as far as the test button. But yeah, so let's go to the next segment. Alright, so as you can see, we have the test button selected to the MVS test button. So I'm going to go ahead and install this, and let's see if it works. Alright, so as you can see, the board is powering up. So let's see if the test button works. And there we go. Perfect. Alright, so let's shut down and we'll try the other options. Let's make sure. Yep, perfect. Sorry for the reflection you got going here, but it is daytime, and fortunately these smoky glasses give a bad reflection. So here we go, let's go ahead and change. Alright, just thought I'd show how easy it is to replace this jumper here. So obviously right now it's on MVS test. We're just going to pull it up, and then we'll move it to the next set. There we go, just like that, and push down. No, it's kind of blurry. There we go, you get the idea. Alright, so this one is for the player 2 start button. So let's see if this works out. Alright, so here we are. It's powered up again. And you can see the player 2 start button right down here, right where my hand is. So we're going to press that, and let's see if it goes to the test window or the settings window, whatever you want to call it. Just take a look at this real quick. I always thought that was awesome back in the arcade days. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to go to the final switch, and let's see what happens. Alright, so here we are once again. We got the game loading up. Let's see. Let's move this down a little bit. It's not, there we go, much better. I always like that. Alright, so now we got set for the game select on your Neo Geo cab. So, should work just as well as the other two options. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. So there we saw all three options for accessing your test menu work. So let me go ahead and shut down here, get this game back in the cabinet it belongs to, and I will finish up this video. Okay, so there you just saw all three options for accessing the test menu for your Jamma games. At least the ones that require a test menu access button. Now, my final thoughts on this item. It is a fantastic item, piece of hardware, whatever you want to call it. It is an excellent, excellent adapter. And my recommendation is to buy it. If you have a Neo Geo cabinet and you want to have an extra Jamma cabinet from time to time, get this item. Now, I'm going to put down in the description box, and maybe even throughout the video you may have seen, websites or how to contact the individual who sells this item. Now, I'm not going to put the price. I know what the price is. I may have already mentioned this in this video in one of the earlier segments. I can't remember, but anyways, if not, I'll say it again. I know what this costs right now. I'm not going to put the price right here or in the description box. The reason being is if I put the price, maybe you think it's too high, and maybe at that particular point in time the seller has decided to lower the price. And then there he may have just missed out on a sale. Or the flip side, maybe I put the price and you think it's, okay, and in the future the seller has decided to raise the price a couple bucks. So, just go over there, see what the price is, if it's a good price for you, buy it. What I will say is, I like this item so much, I'd be willing to pay double the current selling price of this item. Okay, that's how good I think it is. Very sturdy. It's not cheaply made. Great craftsmanship. It arrives in great packaging. Arrives on time, quickly. The seller is a great asset to the arcade community. So there you are. The JNX Big Red Jamma to Neo Geo adapter. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any specific technical questions about this item, well, it's probably best to contact the seller. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.